I have another photograph for you.
I do.
Could you describe it for me?
This is a close-up picture of the Mercedes-Benz, the rear Mercedes-Benz is like the backyard appears to be under some trees or limbs.
You can have the internet. So you can be in the backyard among some limbs and trees for market vicinity. Yeah, about two more.
Yes, two.
Could you describe the next photo?
This next photo is a close-up of the front of the Mercedes-Benz.
And the last picture.
This next photo is a close-up of the passenger side of the Mercedes-Benz. Looks to be the Mercedes-Benz has some damage to the passenger side from the rear to the front almost, and the front door, the window is like it's down. And it's again parked up under the tree limbs.
We can have that answer evidence as the next time we see it. This is the picture of the passenger side of the white Mercedes that's been described as in the backyard behind the house. There appears to be damage to the rear, possibly the door of the Mercedes floor market, exhibit 14.
Your Honor, permission to publish the last series of pictures that were.
When you publish, let me know what you want to go. We're showing what is previously marked as exhibit number 11. Sergeant Jackman, could you explain to us what we're looking at here?
We're looking at the home at 1174. And this is a driveway on the left side of the house. And the Mercedes-Benz is in the rear of the house on the grass, surrounded by tree limbs. And we have two individuals standing near the rear passenger side of the vehicle.
And that's the vehicle with the red dot picture.
Correct.
I'd like to show you what is exhibit number 12.
And could you describe the vehicle we're looking at here?
That is a close-up photo of the Mercedes-Benz, the rear Mercedes-Benz with the Illinois tag, parked up under some tree limbs in the rear of the home.
And exhibit number 13 is what we'd like to show you. Just tell us what we're reviewing here, exhibit number 13.
It's a close-up photo of the front passenger side of the Mercedes-Benz, parked on the grass and surrounded by some tree limbs.
And next, exhibit number 14.
This is the photo of the Mercedes-Benz passenger side with damage. And photo of the passenger side of the Mercedes with damage on the rear side door, and appears to be the window down with the vehicle surrounded by tree limbs.
And what was the significance of this vehicle that was there?
That was described as a vehicle that was used in the homicide of Adolph Dolph.
R.I.P. my nigga Dolph, man.
Correct.
Kill my nigga Dolph.
Previously been marked as exhibit number 5.
I'm phone bullshit, won't focus up.
As part of your investigation, do you recall seeing this?
Yes, I do.
And what is this picture exhibit number 5?
I can see Justin Johnson straight truck on the picture. I see Mr. Hernandez, Govan. I see maybe 2 other individuals, one facing here, see an individual in the rear with the mask on.
And as part of your investigation, when you found the vehicle, what significance does this picture show in relation to the vehicle?
The vehicle showed in the front of the other 74 bracket.
And it's also part of your investigation, was there a significant there any other house on the road?
Yes, also in front of Hernandez building. top area view of the Bradley.
Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds.
74 Bradley is.
Want to enter?
2 seconds. 2
Oh,
seconds.
sorry.
Good. Coming right back. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me.
I'd like to pass you the clicker, and if you could, with the course permission, you step down and show us the significant address you described in the previous
All right, that's 1174 Bradley there. Govan's address is directly across the street.
Also, as a case officer, to be aware of other various investigations that were going on as part of this investigation.
Yes,
Did you collect, were phones collected from various entities as part of this investigation?
they were.
And as part of that investigation, were the phone numbers already?
They were.
One last thing, you made this director sergeant, is that correct?
That's correct.
You've also been an investigator and a detective coming through the ranks, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
As part of your investigating crime scenes or just going to different crime scenes, did you become aware of various security cameras that may be in business?
We did.
And is there usually a time frame those things need to be clipped?
The quicker the better. Some business, they record over. Some, may last for a few days, a few weeks, so.
In this case, if you did not learn about a particular area of significance or place of interest until, for instance, a month later, possibly that information is gone, is that correct?
Objection, speculation, and legal.
And I'm sure the minister will ask this question, but I'll ask you, did you all investigate any possible video of pressure world?
No, we did not.
And when did you learn about anything that may have been of significance to pressure world?
It was weeks, month later, so.
I'll pass the witness.
I'm sorry, Department Deputy, we have a list sign ring for you. Sergeant Danby, thank you. You came down from Michigan just for this, right? All right. I appreciate your years of service, and I'm glad you're here so we can talk.
I guess they've been asking you about these cameras and things like that. Let's just tell it how it is. Nobody during this investigation ever went to pressure room to check about the cameras, right?
No,
All right. Nobody in this investigation ever went to AutoZone to check if the cameras were there.
no, we didn't.
Nobody went to the AutoZone that Cornelius Smith said he went to buy a car cover to see if there's a receipt or some surveillance or something like that inside the AutoZone, right?
No.
Okay. Those are things that would be important to try to corroborate a witness who obviously is the shooter in this case. Make sure he's not lying to you, right?
Yes,
And when people get caught, they generally lie to police. Is that uncommon?
sometimes,
All right. Do people lie to get out of trouble?
sometimes, yes,
Do people lie to cut deals?
sometimes, yes.
Also, with regards to the area around Pressure Wall, it's a pretty busy area, right?
It is.
And you know there's those little MPD city cameras up and down that street, right? All right. And if you don't know, you don't know, but there are those, that's an MPD camera right on the post.
It could be, we have neighborhoods that run their own, but it could be too.
Okay, but that looks like a typical police camera that neighborhoods have or the streets have.
Yes, sir, it does.
All right, and you know for a fact that in front of the Pressure Wall area, it's a busy thoroughfare, there's these cameras.
I didn't know.
Okay, and then behind the Pressure Wall in the neighborhoods, there's some of these cameras.
Okay.
Does that look like a camera that you are familiar with?
Yes,
In
it
place of neighborhood? All right, go ahead and offer that as the next exhibit, Your Honor, just as the description of what a city camera looks like.
Any objection? So, do we know where
It's,
have a location?
yes, it's at Pressure Wall by the street, but he wasn't sure, so I'm not gonna put words in his mouth.
So this is a, picture of, what's been described as what could be a city camera on a whole, Walmart, this is exhibit 16.
And these cameras are sort of all over the city on busy thoroughfares and stuff like that.
they are.
All right, could I publish it, Your Honor? Sure. I'll do it the old fashioned way, so I don't have it, I'm just gonna walk, is that all right? All right, so this is what the typical MPD cameras sort of look like.
Well, excuse me, just publish,
Oh, I'm sorry,
no commentary. If you have more questions for the witness, that's,
I was asking a question wrong way. And so you all use these types of cameras to help solve crimes, that's sort of the whole point, right?
To gather evidence, yes.
Okay. Good. I guess the biggest question that I've had that I've been asking people throughout this trial is if you believe Mr. Cornelius and you believe what he told his girlfriend,
Your Honor, just think he's inserted with previous witnesses.
approach.
Y'all hit that like button.
You don't have to believe, let me ask it this way. If Cornelius Smith and Angela Arnold repeatedly told you all that Jerk was the one that was calling the shots, I think even in your report you guys said Jerk's the mastermind. That would cause you to go interview Jerk because that's an important piece of information, right?
Going to investigation, yes.
Right. But as a lead detective, at no point during the investigation did we attempt to talk to Jerk.
We hadn't made it that far. No.
We hadn't made it that far. Okay. It's been 4 years, and we know Jerk died 2.5 years after the case. We know everybody had already been indicted within a few months of the arrest taking place. But we never went to talk to Jerk. Even after Cornelius and Angela repeatedly said he was the mastermind. I think that's the phrase you guys used in your Operation Cookie Monster slideshow.
Well, I am going to attempt to, this my question is it relevant?
Of course it's relevant. He's a suspect. The reason I ask is these people have come in here and testified and said they're telling the truth. So if those people, they've testified that they're telling the truth. They talked about Mr. Govan here. They talked about joking. We can quibble about who's in charge or whose house or who whatever. But clearly, Juk was a suspect in this case. Yes. But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation, even though he died 2.5 years later.
Not time, no.
Okay. One second. Thank you, sir. Now, that's all I have. I'll read it.
Your Honor, before this next witness, we have a primary matter specifically for this witness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a brief break. I don't know how long this preliminary matter is going to take, so lunch might get here in the meantime, but let's take a brief break. Thank you.
Sure, excuse me.
You on the hold, Joe. We waiting on them to come back. We waiting on them to come back. They went on a brief intermission. What y'all think? Y'all think Govan going down for this? Somebody let me know something. I know Govan was the nigga who put it together. The orders came from Juke. But I don't know this. Govan lawyer good, man. He could. Govan paid some good money for that guy, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause he just making them look like liars. He bringing up old audio tapes of the first interrogations. They doing I can't recall trying to be Woody. Detectives, they ain't do their job. As far as get the security footage from certain places that they pulled up to. They didn't interview Juke as a suspect, all type of shit. Memphis Police Department was working with Juke. That's what I think. Cause how Juke ain't a suspect? Juke was never a suspect with Memphis PD. The feds had to question Big Juke. That's wild. But I see what they doing too. It's all on Big Juke. Juke ain't here. The lawyer like, hey, Govan ain't the one who did this shit. Juke put this together. Ain't like they could go pick up Juke. Mm-hmm. It's getting deep. This break need to go ahead and end. You feel me? This break need to just go ahead and end. Come on back with it. Juke just gave the orders. I think Juke really was a dumbass. He just was more muscle than anything. I don't think his computer compute right. Cause there's no way my brother is Joe Gotti and I'm fucking around in Memphis anyway. I don't give a fuck about Memphis. Nigga, we done made it to the top of the world. Man, what? Nigga shouldn't even be in the position. I thought niggas go through what they go through in the hood to get the money to get out. Man, these niggas went deeper in. I know what I was doing it for, so I never could just understand why motherfuckers did it that way. I thought the goal was to get out. We back, baby. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We back.
Phone numbers, are with the support to be, laid on this document. Accompanied by, certificate of representation. So we will get this corrected.
This is an exhibit, what's on the scene.
That's the stipulation. Okay. The stipulation to the ownership of the farm.
And 18 would be the notice.
The self-representation of the cell phone.
We smell like hello. Shit, but they can't focus. What the fuck? Focus up. Whoever the fuck whispering can't whisper for real. We hear you, nigga.
Alright, you ready for me? Yeah. You want to say something?
On the, so we have to call these records for the authenticated documents we just presented. There are 5 different flash drives. Should we do like 18A, 18B, C, D? There's also on the flash drive are instructions for the numbers that we intend to use, but will only be introduced through this witness combination. How good is this?
Court order the president matter.
So each flash drive will have, they may have the copies of records that are already stipulated in schedule. And some of them may have a phone number. One is already admitted into evidence. So that's why I was asking, should the call records be, say, if we're talking about phone number ending in 6236, for example, should there be 18 feet? I just want it clear for the record.
Sure.
And
I
then,
think that might make it clearer. So if reviewed, it's the people who know what exhibit this refers to.
and then, say if the phone number comes in, it will come in under 20 or 21 or something like that. And we can indicate that on the flash drive. Does that, or with the whole thing coming in as 18A, B, C?
So what you're telling me is that we're now getting ready to get testimony as to each one of these people.
It's,
Each one of these phones. And we're gonna have a flash drive to each.
yes.
I don't really think it makes any difference. We might as well just continue. Yeah, so let's say you do, the phone ended in 1625, which is the first number that's on your document. Is just start with 19. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Since there might be several layers to this, let's just continue in order.
Yes.
Sounds like this week might be up for a while.
Honestly, I don't believe they'll be up there for very long.
We'll call you.
What do you need to?
Oh.
That would help.
Ready, y'all?
Yeah.
You're tired.
So ladies and gentlemen, what she's getting ready to read to you is what we call a stipulation. Stipulation is an agreement by the parties that a particular piece of evidence is what it says it is, without having to call a witness to say so. I've done oftentimes just to kind of speed the trial up a little bit, so.
Stipulation in the.
Well, do the stipulation.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, indictment number 2204769. Order stipulating ownership of 901-859-1460. Whereas there having been presented to me the Honorable Jennifer Johnson Mitchell, Judge of Division 10 of the Criminal Court of Tennessee, 30th Judicial District at Memphis, for the purpose of trial, phone number 901-859-1460 belongs to the defendant, Hernandez Govan. This stipulation is in relation to motions heard by the court and ruled upon on July 30th, 2025 by this honorable court in the above pending case. The ownership of 901-859-1460 is stipulated by the Assistant District Attorney and Attorney for Defendant Hernandez Govan and shall be entered into evidence by agreement. It is therefore ordered, adjudged, and decreed. Signed, the Carl Taylor, Assistant District Attorney, Maynard Roy, Attorney for Defendant, and Judge Jennifer Johnson Mitchell. Signed, dated 8/19/25.
And so the next document she's gonna read into evidence because it has been minutes ago, is what is entitled a self-authenticating document, as to, certain cell phone records. You're gonna hear some testimony about cell phone records of different people that we've heard testimony about already. And the law allows for certain records to be authenticated, again, without having to call a witness to testify about through certain documents that come from the cell phone company. So, she's getting ready to read that to you also.
State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govan, indictment number 2204769. Self-authentication pursuant to Tennessee Rules of Evidence 90211. Pursuant to Tennessee Rules of Evidence 902 subsection 11, the following call records have self-authenticating certificates and are admissible into evidence. Justin Johnson, 901-236-1625. Cornelia Smith, 901-513-6236. 901-479-3786. Angela Arnold, 901-370-0185. And Anthony Mims, 901-692-2767. ATT GLDC file number 3359085. Certificates of authenticity are attached. Signed, Judge Jennifer Johnson Mitchell, Judge, Criminal Court, Division 10.
Thank you.
The state calls Michael Garner.
Stand right here, sir. Raise your right hand facing down.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state your full name for the record?
My name is Michael Garner, MICHAEL, GARNER.
And where are you currently employed?
Currently employed with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI.
And what's your position?
I'm a special agent,
So how long have you been working for TBI?
13 months.
And just for the jury, what is TBI?
TBI is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We are the, top investigative agency in the state. So if any other agency, Sheriff's Department or Police Department, requires any assistance with any kind of investigation, they call upon the Bureau for assistance.
Prior to working at TBI, where were you?
I was a detective with the City Methodist Police Department.
And how long have you been in that position?
I was with the police department for 20 years before I retired.
Was there a special unit or division you were assigned to?
My last assignment was the digital forensics unit. I was a detective in that unit.
As a part of your job duties, did you often look at cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get data from cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
So how would you get data from cell phones?
So the process is similar with the TBI and with the police department. We have hardware and software that is designed to take the machine language from the phone, because it's a computer, and remove that data from that device in a forensically sound method. And then we use software to then decode that from a machine language to a human readable language. And we use products like Celebrite and Gray Key to both extract and decode and parse that data.
So
Go.
the cell phones that you look at, are those cell phones usually a part of some sort of investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall looking at cell phones related to the investigation on the Adolph Thornton homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And the phones that you looked at for this particular case, I'm going to go through them one by one. But do you recall looking at an LG phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall that number having a phone number ending? Excuse me. Do you recall that device having a phone number ending in 0185?
Yes.
Do you recall looking at an iPhone 11?
Yes, ma'am.
And did one of those devices have a phone number ending in 1625?
Yes. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And did you happen to have another iPhone 11?
And an iPhone 11 Pro
Okay.
that I also examined.
Did that device have a phone number ending in 2767?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you also have a Samsung Galaxy?
Yes, ma'am.
And were there multiple numbers affiliated with that phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are one of those numbers 3786?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that other number 6236?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you extracted data from each of those devices,
Yes, ma'am.
the physical devices?
I did.
Okay. And you talked earlier about using a software called Celebrate.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you extracted data from those particular phones in this investigation, did you use Celebrate to decode the data?
I did. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you happen to analyze that data?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay. Do you happen to know who analyzed that data?
Once I parsed the data, I created a report. That data was then given to Sergeant Dabney and Sergeant Brown.
I'm going to show you 5 flash drives. Do you happen to know what those flash drives are?
These flash drives contain CDRs and phone extraction reports that I generated.
Okay. And have you seen those flash drives before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do you know that you've seen it before?
I opened each flash drive and examined the data that was on them just to make sure that what was written on the envelope was actually contained on the flash drive right outside about 30 minutes ago.
Did you happen to write anything on the envelope?
I put my initials on each envelope after I opened the drive and examined what was on it.
Okay. And in your evaluation of the contents of those flash drives, do you happen to know whose numbers are affiliated with each number?
Yes, ma'am. The Justin Johnson extraction that I have right here is the cell phone number ending at 1625. And that contains the phone and the CDRs that were done on that. This envelope here says Cornelius on it. It's Cornelius Smith. It's the phone number and CDRs for phone number ending in 6236. The Cornelius Smith's phone had 2 numbers associated with it. This is the CDR for the phone number ending in 3786. So that's just the CDRs only on that one. This is Anthony Mims' iPhone extraction and the CDRs for phone number ending in 27 67. And Angela Arnold, LG extraction, and CDR for phone number ending in 0185.
And just for this clarification, could you explain what is the CDR?
So a CDR is an acronym for Call Detail Records. So a phone has all the calls that you make, but it's user accessible. So you can go in and delete calls and things like that. The CDR is from the carrier, the Call Detail Records. So if you have an AT&T phone, law enforcement can submit paperwork to AT&T to get the call detail records. And we use these in forensics to kind of verify and validate what we find on the phone. And it can also show sometimes if data was deleted from the phone, the user cannot access the CDRs, the call detail records. So if we see calls that are missing, it will show up in the CDRs. So we just use the CDRs to validate and marry up with the phone data. And we get that from the carriers, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile.
And I would like to enter all 5 of those flash drives as the next secret.
Okay.
I want to discuss it. The first one is, this is a round number thing. It's a zip drive. The envelope is labeled Dustin Johnson, extraction DCR 621625, with the officer's initials on your mark that is exhibit 19. The next one is envelope that contains a zip drive. It's for Willis Smith. It says phone dump and CDR for number 6236. Also, for market exhibit 20. The next one is also going to be Smith. It's a brown envelope with a zip drive inside. It's that's the officer. What mark is exhibit 21?